So, not only does a late Yanis Hadji equaliser put Celtic's title celebrations on hold, at least for the time being, we'll see who Celtic and Rangers, for that matter, get in the first games after the split to see when it can be wrapped up. I highly doubt that we'll get the Derby game as the first game now with the situation that we find ourselves in. But it also puts a massive dent in Aberdeen's chances of finishing in that third place position now, thanks to that late equaliser. And it was all Aberdeen's own doing. You know, to go 2 goals up against 10 men and not see out at home is a pretty terrible result from their point of view, especially with the chances that they missed. But let's get into the key moments of the game. The first key moment was a big chance missed by Shaden Morris. He does really well to turn his man, and he just fires it wide. Really poor finish from that point of view. Aberdeen on top as the game's going. And then the next three key moments were, of course, the 2 goals and the sending off. Let's get to the 2 goals first. Leighton Clarkson, free kick in a very similar situation to James Maddison's free kick a few seasons ago in the same fixture. He catches Liam Kelly out. He must do, because Liam Kelly gets a full hand to it and can't keep it out. He potentially doing a lot better there, but it is 1-0 to Aberdeen at that point, and it's not undeserved. And then they do, of course, extend their lead later on after the red card, where Papaguehi gets on the end of a Shaden Morris cutback and he scores really well into the bottom corner. The Rangers defence could be doing a lot better about it, though, to be fair. And getting to the red card, Ross McCausland picked up a booking earlier in the game, and then he puts in what can only be described as a stupid tackle when you're on a booking to see Rangers go down to 10 men. Rangers, of course, also had a chance in the first half. They had the ball in the back of the net, and it was disallowed for the ball crossing the line beforehand. Very similar to the Alistair Johnson one with Hibs for Finlay Curtis, but the referee disallowed this one in real time, which is the difference of the one versus Hibs. And VAR learned from the mistakes and couldn't definitively prove whether it stayed in or not, and just let it run with the on-field decision. It did look as though it was out, but you can't have the angle on top, so you can't be sure. Rangers do make changes at half-time. Credit to them. They got themselves back in the game with making a change to a 4 at the back, going 4-4-1, and not too long into the second half, Hamza Agaman does get the goal to make it 2-1. After that, it was a wee bit edgy. Aberdeen, some big chances. Great ball into the box by Graham Shinney. Jeff Day, good header away to stop Kevin Nisbet from getting on to the end of it. There was Daba that had a couple of chances that kind of got it caught under his feet. Alcos did well when coming on. Kiskinen had a few chances too. For the first few minutes of the second half, to be fair, Rangers did look pretty good, but for a vast majority of the second half, it was Aberdeen that looked like they were going to get that third goal, and they did through Kevin Nisbet. However, it did hit off his arm and controlling it, and I think the rule is that if it comes off the arm of the person who scored the goal, even if it was unintentional, you can't allow the goal. And then, you could just feel it coming. It was like in the air that Rangers were going to get the equaliser with the last few kicks of the game. Dessers gets sent through on goal, and you think, is this another Dessers moment where he's going to fire Rangers back into a game that the opposition should have been out of sight in? And he hits the post. It comes back out to Jeff Dane. Credit to Hadji, it's a really good finish on his weaker foot. But as I said at the start, if you're Aberdeen, trying to chase down Hibs in third place, who do play, of course, in about 20-ish or so minutes' time, you can't be dropping points when you're 2-0 up against a team, whether it's Rangers, Celtic, whoever. When you're 2-0 up against 10 men at half-time, you can't be dropping points in that scenario. And then, of course, as I said, it has put Celtic's title celebrations on hold. I think we all know it's a case of when, especially now that it's 15 points clear and 15 points left to play, with Celtic having a vastly superior goal difference, which means that, even if Celtic was to lose every game towards the end of the season, and Celtic were to and Rangers were to win every game now before the end of the season, I think the goal difference is just far too much to overcome. But given the lineup the Rangers put out today, I think Rangers have actually accepted that the league title is gone. They're coming away with a draw in a game that they should have lost. but credit to them for getting back into it. For some reason, they've got some hoodoo away from home where they get back into games. Apparently, out of the 9 games that Barry Ferguson has been in charge of Rangers so far, in 6 of them they've gone 2-0 down. So it's a pretty mental statistic for it. But obviously, Rangers' focus is on Thursday night. I'll do a little prediction video for that as it comes around, along with the Scottish Cup semi-final fixtures, which are taking place next weekend, of course, involving today's team Aberdeen, Hearts, St Johnstone and Celtic. Thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here. I have finished editing the new SPFL RTG episode. That'll be up later today. If you're looking forward to that as well, stick around and check out the other content on the channel. Catch you after.